Boom. I guess that's how we do it. What's up, people? How y'all doing? What's going on? What up, everybody? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What is happening, man? Who's in the house? I'm in the house. I'm in the house with y'all. Thank you. My name is Tim Black. I don't know if you guys know me, but my name is Tim Black, and we do this on Wednesdays and Fridays. Welcome back to the live stream, my people. What is up? Let me go to my comments. Okay, we in the house. I am surprised, surprised, surprised. Yeah. Yeah. My people in here. What's up, y'all? All right. All right. All right. I know I saw my man Buck in the house. What's up, Buck? Could almost let you slide to this. That's what's up, Buck. You know, we're going to make it do what it do, man. We're going to make it do what it do. Always in the house. Thank you for moderating, Buck. I'm seeing some names in here. Welcome back to the show. What's up, Danny? What's happening, my brother? Thank you so much. Let's see what we got. What we got? Check in now. Let me know where y'all from. How about we get some names? Well, names will be on the screen. Tell me what city you guys are at. Let's see what we got. Chris, what's up, Chris? There it is. Christopher Perkins in the house. We all came to listen to Tim Black's articulation of the data in a very easy to understand way. That's it, brother. Always, Chris. What's cracking, Chris? Some kitty. I appreciate you, Sub Kitty in the house. Give us some love. Thank you, Sub. Big Cheese. Big Cheese say surprise. He's not reaching out. I don't know about that. I'm going to talk about that. Yeah. Big Cheese got a question for me. That's what's up. Who we got in here? D's in the house. Give it back up for D, y'all. Some of my repeat, my people that's coming back, man. That's what's up, man. It's good to see you back here, D. What's happening, man? You know what it is. Positive vibes to the FBA in the house. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brother. Mike Dodson. What's up, Mike? What's up, man? Mountain View, California, and I was giving it up for my man Dodson. Dodson, you on Patreon, aren't you, Dodson? That's what it is, my man. Dodson's one of the people that keep the show going, y'all. So show him some love in the comment section. If you want to be like Dodson and keep the party going, go to jointimblack.com. Become a member for only $5. It starts at only $5 a month, not a day, a month. If you can do more, do more. But, you know, no pressure. Just thank you for coming back and thank you for sharing this with your people and thank you for being here. You know what it is. TG in the house. Grove in the house. T Grove. There we go. We're going to work it out with T Grove in the house. What's up, fam? So, look, guys, my people, how y'all feeling? Hope you're doing okay on a Wednesday. Remember, we do this Wednesdays and Fridays. We're going to add another day because I got to get more content out. And this is the best way to do it with my people. You know what I'm saying? Do a live show, then cut it up, put that out, and you guys really help me get that going. So we Wednesdays and Fridays, but I'm going to probably add like a Monday. Then I'm going to work my way up to, 4 days a week, something like that. All day on the weekend. We'll see, fam. Black Magic in the house. Black Magic, give it up for Black Magic, always holding me down like that. I appreciate you, Black Magic. I appreciate you, Black Magic, for doing what you do. Black Magic in the house. My sister. And so, yeah, folks, we back in it. I got some interesting topics tonight. I'm going to go through them with you and see what you think. Talk about some stuff, kind of get the juices flowing. I'm going to rely on my comment section. Super chats are always open, guys. Black Magic just gifted 5 memberships. That's dope as hell. I really appreciate that. We are getting back in the groove, man. I told you guys, I went through a lot of turmoil, but I'm back. And thank you all for hanging in there with me. You know, we back, we back, we back, you know? So it feels excellent. Mrs. Black sends her love. And shout out to everybody out there, man, that's holding us down. That's what's up. Peace, be one family. Black woman stand up. I feel that. I feel that. Yes. So, look, this is what I got for us today. We got a Don Lemon. We got a Don Lemon update. Him and DL Hughley. What the hell? I can't look at that the whole show, man. You know, it's dusty in here. So, we okay? We okay? I feel like I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. You know, you just feel like you got, well, I don't know. I know I got papers and stuff. Because I come up here, I talk, but I want to have some guidance. You don't just talk or just talk, right? So I got 4 or 5 stories, right? Actually, I got 6, but we definitely gonna get to these 5. We're gonna talk about the Good Times reboot. Gotta talk about that new cartoon that's on Netflix. Give you guys an update on that because it is live, it's up there. And I did watch some of it, some of the first episode. So I told you I was gonna come back and give you that. Don Lemon has a YouTube channel. He's been making some waves, and there's some content he put out on that channel that I have to talk about. We got to have a conversation about it because it's so needed. We got to have that conversation. You feel me? So, as my brothers were pointing out earlier, we want to break this down so everybody gets it, everybody knows what the deal is. This is high stakes. Okay, this is high stakes. Dr. Cornel West and Dr. Melvina Abdullah were on The Breakfast Club. And some very serious things were discussed. I want to talk about that. Trump's in court. We got yet another Trump trial. I noticed like not a lot of people we got to talk about. We're going to talk about the Trump trial, okay? We're going to get into that. And then CNN's been doing some things. CNN's been making some changes. All right? So that's crazy. CNN's been making some changes, and we're going to have to get off into that. I'm ready to open this up, man. You guys ready? We're doing pretty good. We got people watching. Thank you, guys. If you're on Twitter or if you're on YouTube, don't forget, man, comment. Tell me where you're from. Before we get started, I want to know what people, I got any people from, anybody from the Midwest, anybody from the East Coast? I know I got a brother from California earlier. Is that a Bubba mug? You know, this is you know what, dog? They ain't supporting our channel. So I ain't going to tell you if it is or not. Know what I'm saying? Why they can't sponsor some shows? You know what's crazy? I remember like 2 years, maybe 3 years ago, I reached out because I wanted to go on the road. And I wanted to go to if you like this show at all, dog, I'm much better in person. I spent my life doing in-person stuff. The internet came and I was already an in-person guy. Okay. When I was 10, I was giving talks and speeches in front of people. Okay, that was just what my life was. I didn't do it because I was special. I just did it because that's what my life consisted of. Okay. So I've always been on like performing, doing stuff live. Okay. I used to do the hip-hop thing when I was in my teens, live. So and then when I and later, so I'm better live. So the whole point of me telling you that is to tell you that I wanted to go. I've done live stuff in DC. I go down the mic, my son will be filming, and I just be doing a man on the street. I'm comfortable doing that, man. You know what it is. Some of you have met me in person. I've been to Ohio. I've been to Portland. I've been to Philly. I've been out to Tennessee. I've been various places, man, live, talking to people, and that's my jam, right? I feel real good and comfortable. It's better than this for me. It's better. I think it's better for you, and I think it's better for me to be live. When I say live, I mean in person live, okay? Because I feel the energy of the room. I'll bring you up on stage or come down. It's whatever. Like, that's the kind of guy I am, man. That's how I rock. That's where I come from, you know? We beatboxing the hallways, you know? We banging on the tables. We that's where we come from. So I wanted to do a man on the street thing. I wanted to go around in a Ford Expedition, right? Or Ford something, right? Because it's America, whatever. So I reached out to Ford and I was trying to get them to provide the vehicle. And every show, like we be showcasing the truck, promoting the truck. We be interviewing people next to the truck a lot of the times and just talking about whatever's going on in the world. They told me I was too controversial. They say, we really like the content. They really like the content. They liked it. They liked the idea. They of course they love free promotion. And what's one car or the 2-year lease or whatever? You know what I'm saying? They lease cars out all the time. And they would be getting free publicity. I wasn't even smart enough to be like, yo, you got to throw me some money too. I just wanted the vehicle to be able to do the tour. They were like, oh, Mr. Black, we like what you're doing, but it's just too controversial. I was like, damn. Because you know me, I'm talking about cops and black people getting their asses kicked by cops. I'm talking about Hillary Clinton and the Democrats taking our vote and not giving us nothing for it. They ain't like that. You want to hear something that broke my heart, yo? Well, it didn't break my heart because that means I was in love, right? I wasn't in love. You know what really messed me up? I saw that the Hodge twins got a sponsorship with Ford. They had no problems with the black guys, with the Mexican black guys, because they're Mexican. They're both Mexican. And I think their mom is black. They're mixed, right? They're Mexican and black. Blaxican. No disrespect. I'm just telling you what their background is. Anyway, they have a sponsorship. So they're fine with the Blexicans throwing black people under the bus every show. Why we gotta have Black History Month? What point is Black History Month? Why we gotta have that? Do you see what this black guy did? Black people are violent. That's their whole content. Their whole content is playing up to white supremacists and throwing black people under the bus. That's all they do. Woke is this, woke is destroying the world. That and their corny jokes with no punchlines. They don't even write routines. Anyway, see, that's how Ford is. That's how most sponsors are. They don't want us, man. They don't want nothing positive that's going to uplift black community. They don't want anything that's going to challenge the status quo. They don't want anything that's going to be calling out corporations or corporate greed or the Democratic Party, because that's one and the same. That's the same thing. I'm telling you, I'm proof, dog. They go to the Hodge twins, have a sponsorship. They promote the Ford trucks. They got it in their show. So it's not a conspiracy because it actually happened. Hodge twins they haven't interviewed presidential candidates. And I interviewed Andrew Yang, Marianne Williamson, Dr. Cornel West. They never interviewed Congress people like Cory Bush or Ro Khanna, John Fetterman. Well, he actually capped out on me. But you know what I'm saying? They didn't care. It's not about popularity. It's about what are you talking about? It's a content safe. If Ford feels real comfortable rocking with some black Mexicans who are dogging black people out. So I don't know. I just thought I'd tell you that. Yeah. It's funny. And look, it's not the Hodge twins' fault that happened. That's Ford. Ford did that. Hodge twins gonna do what they do. I'm gonna criticize them, but them getting a sponsorship with Ford and me getting turned down has nothing to like. It's not Hodge twins didn't get a sponsorship to themselves. Ford is fine with the messaging that the Hodge twins give out, but they're not fine with what I'm gonna tell you tonight, and that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So let's get going, guys. Utah's in the house. Give it up for Eduardo. Eduardo's in Utah. Utah's in the crowd. Some kitty said for me is found on the road dead. That is cold hearted right there. Right? That's cold hearted. Corporate sponsors, yeah, corporate sponsors. But the truck would have been useful, TJ. Grove. We could have toured the country. Me and my son was going to tour the country and do live shows, whatever. Katrina's in the house. Hey, Katrina Watson, what's cracking? All right. I'll come back to the comments. So we got Utah, we got California. What up? Can I get another? At least one more city, guys. Now, this was before they had 3 million subscribers, fam. This was before that. They didn't always have 3 million subscribers. This is 3 years ago. One more city. Can I get one more city before we go on? Los Angeles, D. What's up? McAllen, Texas. That's what's up. McAllen, Texas. North Carolina in the house. That's what's up, Tim. What's up? What's up, T? And of course, we got Los Angeles. That's what's up, guys. Yeah. So, the first story I want to start off for you is I thought it was astonishing, right? I mean, it really messed my head up for real. This story right here, because we all from America, man. Some of you may not be. I'm from America. That's all I'm used to, right? I'm used to how we do business in America. If this story I'm about to give you would never happen in America, it would never happen. Okay, so there's this young lady. There's this young lady. Let's see. Let's go. I'm still figuring this out, but I'm gonna get us. I'm gonna get us there. Let's see if I can do this now. Because you're not gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. So let me see if I can do this. If I go here, if I go there, I come back here, I go share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen because I want to show you this person. There we go. Share. Boom. There it is. This lady right here that you see, she's a big time sister in Vietnam. Okay. Her name is Trong My Lan. Trong My Lan. Okay. Trong My Lan has been sentenced to death. They're gonna turn off her heat. They're gonna cancel her cable bill. They're gonna unplug her radio. They're gonna cut off her water. There's a lot of different words people use for this. They're gonna repossess her car. Right? And that sounds bad, right? Guess what she did? It's for a nonviolent crime. This will be the only, this is not something they do in Vietnam. They don't usually do this, but they are doing this. Check this out. Trong My Lan is accused of looting one of Vietnam's largest banks over a period of 11 years. In this trial held in Vietnam, it's one of the greatest or the largest bank frauds in world history. Trong My Lan in Ho Chi Minh City. She's 67 years old. She's a property developer. She was sentenced to death on Thursday for looting the country's largest banks for over a period of 11 years. She's one of very few women in Vietnam ever sentenced to death for a white-collar crime. She took $44 billion. She took out $44 billion in loans from the Saigon Commercial Bank. She's got to return $27 billion. Now, look, here's my thing. If you're going to take my life, you can't get the money too. All right? How are you going to answer for $27 billion and also you're going to take her life? You're going to have to choose. You want this money or you want me? Some believe the death penalty is the court's way of trying to encourage her to return the billions. So what it was is she had all this power. She was able to, how can I put this? First of all, Vietnam is communist. So she didn't really own. She illegally obtained all this power and all this ownership of this bank. In Vietnam, you can't do that. In Vietnam, the state owns everything. It's a communist country. But somehow she was able to do it because corruption. Yeah, Vietnam has corruption too. There have been a lot. They called 2,700 people to the stand to testify. That's right. 2,700 people testified against Ms. Trump. I'm trying to tell you guys, yo. They got 10 state prosecutors, 200 lawyers, all trying this case. 104 boxes, weighing a total, 104 boxes of evidence, weighing a total of how many tons? 6 tons. 6 tons of evidence. She was not the only person on trial. 85 others were on trial, and they all were convicted. 85 people were convicted in this scheme. Now, not everybody got life. Well, not everybody got death. I think she's the only one who's getting the death penalty. At least they're charging her with it because she gets to appeal. Okay, she gets to appeal the ruling. But some people got, it's from like 2 months house arrest or suspended sentence up till life in prison, something like that. So there's a lot of different people with a lot of different charges. My thing is this, guys. She stole money. She had all these shell companies developed, and then she took loans out to those companies. And then she bribed people. She bribed important people in order to get this done. This has been going on for the course of 11 years. How can I say this, folks? What you're looking at is something that we do in America all the time. Like bribes, corruption, money changing hands. This would never happen in America. This would never happen in America. You would never have a multiple billionaire on trial. You see what's happening with Trump. This is a slap on the wrist Trump is facing. I don't think he's going to get convicted. And even if he is, it's going to be so lightweight and so pathetically small, it won't even matter. But we'll get to that. The point is this. In Vietnam, they put their billionaires on trial. If you'll mess around, FAFO. FAFO in Vietnam. They don't want to hear the talk. Now, one of the things they did put out, I thought was kind of interesting, was that they say it's a paradox because they're trying to grow Vietnam and they want to make Vietnam a rich country, a first world country. Whatever that status means exactly, but it does mean that the country is doing better financially. And part of that, they know that comes with corruption. If they add too many regulations, they won't be able to grow at the rate they want to grow. But with it comes corruption. They say that's the paradox. Their growth model has been relying on corrupt practices for so long. Corruption's been the grease that kept the machine working. If they stop the grease, things may not work anymore. So it's sort of a trade-off that they're making in Vietnam. They realize to get to where they are, when they say in another 20 years, they will be a first world country. But in order to get there, they needed her. They needed Trug My Link, Trug My Land. And now they don't need her anymore. And now she goes down. And $27 billion. So anyway, I thought that was very interesting. Very, very interesting. In America, I can't see that happening. I was told a long time ago there was something somebody wrote. I don't know exactly who made the quote. But they said one thing you never find in America, a billionaire on death row. I think at the time they said a millionaire, but a billionaire on death row. So we'll see. That's not the case in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they will put your ass on death row. Anyway, interesting. On to my next story. On to the next story. Okay, as promised, guys, the Good Times Reboot. I took an opportunity to watch the Good Times Reboot. Everybody familiar with this? Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? So I covered it earlier last week. I covered the story, and I told you guys this was a horrible idea. My biggest complaint about the Good Times Reboot is that it's a reboot. It's just a reboot. It's what I mean. Why would you take something that ain't broke? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I understand some people don't understand. Like, I get it that some people don't understand why we are so upset. Why so many black people are upset about this. And I understand why you don't get it. If you're not a black person, if you're not a black American, let's be specific, Tim. If you're not a black American, you may not understand why black people are pissed off about this. See, what you have to understand is how the Hollywood has treated black people over the years. I know you used to see Denzel and Wesley Snipes and Octavia Spencer. I always see this person's face, but I can. Who did the Murder She? Not Murder She Wrote. Who's the sister that played in Fences with Denzel Washington? What's the sister who did the great crime scene with Denzel Washington? It's a stage play that turned into a movie. Bad sister, amazing sister, Murder She Wrote. That's her show. Viola Davis, thank you. Black Magic, thank you, Black Magic. I appreciate you. Black Magic, that's what's up. Why? Every time Birth of a Nation was first Hollywood movie guy. Yeah, Malcolm Rex is right. Viola Davis, thank you, Black Magic. You both right. Black Magic's right about Viola Davis. I can never get a name. Almost every time I want to say her name, I end up saying Vivica Fox. Viola Davis. Once upon a time, there was a Viola Davises. We weren't allowed to play those roles. So right after the exploitation movies of the 70s, right, black people were like hoping we would get some shows that showed us in a better light. Because black exploitation was just white people putting black images out and made us all pimps and hustlers and prostitutes and thugs or what have you. But then they gave us Shaft. Anyway, the point is, by the time we ended up getting the Good Times, man, it was a groundbreaking show. You don't understand. You had shows like The Waltons, All in the Family, Maude. You had shows over the years, the Beverly Hillbillies. Not that people proud of it, but you had a long range. Get Smart. I don't know. There's been a lot of more. Let's face it, TV was made for white people. TV was made for white people, not black people. America was very segregated, and when black people were depicted, we were depicted as the help, as slaves, not slaves, maids, butlers, stuff like that. Okay, so Good Times was not just black people on screen; it was black people in settings of family, and they had to fight to get that. So anyway, I don't want to go too far with it. I want you to understand that Good Times was important to black folks. It was important to America. It was important that America saw this black family, this unit, going through hard times, but sticking together. And then at the end of it all, by the time I was born, Good Times was good. Good Times. I didn't when I was coming up. Good Times was big on. Okay, I'm not that old, but I watched the reruns. We watched the reruns like it was still on. Okay, that's how Good Times was for us. And at the end of it all, guys, the Evans family, though James was gone, they ended up getting out the hood. They made it out the hood, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm coming from? In Good Times, Florida moved. Thelma got married to a football player. He went through all types of struggles. He ended up getting a great football contract, and they got married. And then the mother moved in with the daughter in this nice ass crib. JJ, who had problems in and out of crazy stuff being a kid, he ends up becoming a famous artist. He hits it big. Michael goes to college or something. Like everything worked out. And we left that show thinking, wow. And I know it's TV. And I know it's not real life. But it meant something to us. It meant something to the people that have that memory. I ain't got to explain that to you. People got mad as hell when they took off Dukes of Hazzard. White people got mad as hell when they took off Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, they cried when they took off MASH. White people went crazy. But anyway, and there's a lot of white folks that watch Good Times too. It's a lot of white folks that watch Good Times, What's Happening. You know, they watch black shows. Anybody can watch any show they want to watch. Like my mom, she loves Gunsmoke. All right, so it is what it is. In fact, I brought her a box set of every Gunsmoke ever made because that's what she wanted. That's right. So anyway, put it this way. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I think when we had this conversation about Good Times, we got to look at it in that context. Because I'm seeing comments that kind of piss me off because people not understanding the relevancy of it and why people were pissed. That's why. Because Netflix decided that they want to bring it back. Now, if you bring back a show, but you strip it of everything that the audience that is still alive, right, to remember the original, why keep the name in place? Why would you want to keep, if you keep the name and you keep the premise, then you are banking and you're eating off of the memory and the record and the legend, the story. You're feeding off the base, the fan base that was created by the original. But if it has nothing to do at all with the original, then all you're doing is you're robbing us. You're playing with our emotions. You're swindling us. You're scheming. That's what they're doing. It's a scam, Johnson. When I saw the trailer for this shit, I knew it was going to be horrible. Because the trailer was horrible. And I said, this is going to be some garbage. Don't watch it. We're not going to watch this. This is a slap in the face to Black America. We don't want this garbage. Why are you going to they got a baby drug dealer. A baby drug dealer. How are we supposed to take that? These are supposed to be the grandkids of the original. The Evans family. That's the name of the family. These are the grandkids. They kept the name. They kept the name. They kept the family. And these are the offsprings. But they're back in the hood. So I took time, man. Not much time. I gotta tell you the truth. I didn't take that much time. I watched the first episode. Not the whole thing, because I couldn't. Now, I could not watch the whole thing because my stomach, I can eat pretty much anything, but I could not deal with this. I could not watch this entire episode, fam. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Now, I love y'all, and I want to report to y'all, I watched about 15 minutes. About 10, 15 minutes, y'all. Let me tell you this. First of all, I don't like the animation. It looks like it's even the animation's mocking. The animation mocks the people. See, when you took our shit, you took our Good Times, and you drew them like you're trying to mock them. Get what I'm saying? It's not like, ooh, let's do a good job. It's like, let's make them look stupid on purpose. Get what I'm saying? It's like a blaxploitation cartoon. That's what it is. It's a blaxploitation cartoon. Folks, the premise, the opening scene, the dad is taking a shower, singing the original theme song to a roach. He's like, easy credit ripoff. And the roach is like, guitars hanging at a driving guitar. The roach is singing the theme song with the dad. folks. Bernadette Stoddard, which is Thelma, who's still amazing. She's beautiful. She's still beautiful. Do y'all realize how beautiful Thelma still is? That was the #1 comment when I did a video on the show, about the show. Did a little short video. People loved it. She's right. That by itself set a tone that said, How you gonna do this to the Evans? How you gonna do this to our good times? Why would you do this? Why would you want to alienate? Then I realized, they just don't care. Folks, the executive producer's name is Brent Miller. Steph Curry, what's that jackass that did The Simpsons? That guy? Yeah, whatever his name is. McFarlane, Steph Curry, those are executive producers as well. And then the other guy, the original guy, the old white guy that stole, the content from my man Monty. Right? The bottom line is this: it's not a good remake. It's not a good reboot, folks. It's horrible. He did Family Guy. Okay. Not The Simpsons, Family Guy. Okay. Norman Lear passed. And people say, Tim Black, why are you even bringing up Norman Lear? He's gone. Fool, they've been working on this catastrophe for the last 4 or 5 years. Norman Lear passed like 6 months ago. This was been in the works. You don't just go, here's a show. Now, they've been working on this show for years. They've been talking about this since at least 2020. Okay? So Norman Lear was alive and kicking. He was spared. He done interviews. I got a show coming. I'm going to make you damn blacks look like fools. Wait till this show comes out. You're going to hate it, love it. He was proud of this garbage, this monstrosity, this debacle, this sham show. And I'm going to have to tell you something. Some of it is just generational. Yeah, some of it's generational, y'all. We old, y'all. I'm old. When I watched this cartoon, I realized I'm old as hell. Yeah, I'm in denial. I watched this cartoon, and Mrs. Black, I saw her in the kitchen, I said, baby, I'm old. Now, I'm only like 1 year older than Mrs. Black. But she ain't old. I'm old. Get that. I know the rules, right? I'm like, damn. Because the way I feel about this show, how it has nothing. There's nothing about this show that I like. There's nothing in it for me. It's got to be generational. Because there had to be people that said, this is good. This is going to be a great audience for the show. But I felt none of that. Nothing in me was like, yeah. The special effects, the music, the characters, the storyline, the lighting, the cinematography, nothing about the show moved me. And I'm like, I know some other people have to like it. Currently, it's number 8 on the charts. Currently, it's number 8 on the Netflix charts. So somebody's watching a little bit. It's not watching, it's not like number 1, or number 2, or even top 5. But the fact it made the board means some people are watching it. We're going to watch that number and see what it does. I think it's a travesty that it's on the board at all, but let's keep the number low. Don't go watch it to find out. Nah, I would say watch it for yourself because you need to experience it. No, you ain't got to experience this. It's like a train wreck. You don't need to see the train wreck. I'm telling you, that's what's up there. Go the other way. There's a roadblock. It's a train wreck. It's a road. The road. It's a traffic jam. Go the other way. You don't want to see what caused it. Go about your damn business. Leave the Good Times Reboot right there where it is. Save yourself some time. There it is. Okay, so let's move it on. Let's move it on. You guys feel me? Thelma had a boyfriend named eBay. eBay. Weebay. Are you serious? He had an eBay? I ain't know about that now. Who said this? Yeah. Zero says, Zero Joshua says, I too am jaded about anything capitalism. Yeah. PC entertained by that crap. Laughing at black folks. It is. David got it right. And I want people to understand that it's deeper than that, right? It's deeper than that. I don't think that America really values anyone. I'm not one of those people that believe America values the whites or the Asians or the Latinos or the Mexicans or whatever. They really don't. They don't like getting boycotted. Look, real talk, they just don't. America's a corporation, and they want to keep asses in the seats. They want to sell the food. They want to make the sales, they want to make the money. So, but they really don't care about anybody. But they know it would be stupid to do that to all of the family, or that would be stupid to do that to like a show that white folks watch. They know it would be backlash. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why they don't think it'll be backlash from us is because we're not big enough, I guess, for them to worry. So the more white people that get pissed off if you do that to a white show. But I don't think it's because they like white people. I just think of course they do, but it's not that they want to keep the money right. And they'll take chances with us that they won't take with a bigger group like white folks, for instance. Yeah, that's it. Because of money. I always side back to money with them when it comes to stuff like that. Because I think they'll have a problem mocking other people. They will do that. It's our whole system, man. It's our whole system. It's garbage. And I agree with you. I just think part of it is if we all boycott them, first of all, they don't think we'll boycott them. The show will just tank. But somebody made some money. If you're acting in this show, Yvette Nicole Brown made some money. JB Smoove. Is it JB Smoove? No. Farrell. The guy does the voices. JB Smoove. JB, you just got the Larry money. Why would you need to do this? Why would JB Smoove need to do this? What possessed him to be this stupid? This JB Smoove, Slink Johnson. Slink. Now, Slink may need the paper. No disrespect, Slink. But you did Black Jesus. You're a long ways away from Black Jesus at this point. Black Jesus, that's about 5 years ago, right? All right. Let's keep it moving. Dr. Cornel West was on the Breakfast Club, y'all. Did y'all see the interview? Did you see Dr. Cornel West and Dr. Melina Abdullah on the Breakfast Club? Fam. Who saw it? Oh, no. Who saw Dr. West on the Breakfast Club? Folks, I'm trying to tell you. Hold tight, guys. There we go. I had to take a snapshot. There it goes. So, my bad. I fixed it. Check this out, guys. I want to play a clip for you from Dr. Cornel West and Dr. Melina Abdullah on the Breakfast Club. It's an important clip. Let's check this out.
Usually, when you see and you raise your voice, you get incarcerated or assassinated. That's what the system does to free black people. So you had to be willing to pay that cost. And that's exactly what the cost we're willing to pay. How come? Because we love the people. And the only thing that breaks the back of fear is love. And if you don't love the people, then get out of the way and go on and sell out. Go on and sell your soul for a mess of pottage and tell people lies. Tell them how great Biden is. Tell them Biden has always been concerned with poor folk. No, he's an architect of mass incarceration. That's a crime against humanity. I've taught in prison for 41 years. I've seen it go from 200,000 to 2.3 million right before my very eyes. That's a crime against humanity. That's my brothers and sisters in there. Don't want to be lying on Biden in that sense. So it's that kind of truth telling that we need, and it's rooted in love.
Yes. What'd you think? What'd you think? Back to my conversation. I thought it was an excellent interview. Excellent interview, folks. In that part, that particular section, really rang true for me. Really rang true for me. What he said in that interview. And I'm very much proud of Dr. Cornel West. Because, see, let me tell you guys, man, I don't be running around endorsing a lot of people. I don't run around throwing my support behind a lot of people. I supported Dr. Cornel West because I supported Dr. Cornel West before he started running. And this interview explains one of the reasons why. Because I don't believe you're going to get that out of most black people who end up running for office. I don't think you'll get that out of most white people that run for office. I don't think you'll get that out of most Asian people that run for office. Let me just put it this way. I don't think you'll get this out of most people that run for office. Okay? People that are willing to lay down their lives for people, for what they believe in. You really think that? You really think that John Fetterman would die for anybody other than his family? Like, do you really think, you think Mitch McConnell? Come on, guys. Do you think, do you think these people give a damn? Do they really care about? No, it's money grab. Do you think Nancy Pelosi? Come on. See, what Dr. Cornel West, what he was saying here resonated with me because I know that he meant that. He meant that. It wasn't just to put a soundbite together. Get what I'm saying? That's why it's important. That's why I support Dr. Cornel West. Because I know he's serious about, people say he's not serious. I don't know what you consider more serious than that. What they're saying is he's not willing to sell out in order to get their vote when those people don't care about what happens to us. So there's people that don't care about what happens to us. They have no real skin in the game. They're fine with things the way they are. And if they want Dr. West to win, but not change anything. They want Dr. West to win by lying and denying who he is, denying that he's a black man in America, denying that there are issues that we need to fix. What good would it be if Dr. West won and didn't do shit? It boggles my mind, folks. What good would it be? What good would it be if Dr. West would have win? What good would it be if Dr. West would have win if he didn't change nothing? They're like, these morons are talking as if they don't take Dr. West serious because he's talking about reparations. He's talking about ending mass incarceration. He's talking about ending the military-industrial complex. He's talking about pulling our forces out of Ukraine, our forces out of our money out of Israel. He's talking about defunding these interventionist wars that we got going on across this country. That's what he's talking about. He just told you he's been working in the prisons with inmates for the past 40 years. He saw mass incarceration become a thing. He saw the numbers go from 200,000 to 2 million. And you want him to run for president, but not to address that. And if he addresses it, you say he ain't serious. Nah, man, let me tell you, man, those people who are saying that shit, they're not serious. I'm not talking about black media. I'm not talking about black media. I'm talking about those progressives, those people that call themselves progressives, those people that are referred to as progressive, who were saying that Dr. West was not serious. Now, as for black media, we got another whole thing we got to talk about. Remember, when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you on behalf of Dr. Cornel West. I consider Dr. Cornel West a friend of mine. I consider his wife, Anahita, Dr. West. She's a doctor as well. I consider her a friend of mine. They are friends to me and my wife and I. But I'm not speaking on their behalf, and I'm not a surrogate, okay? I asked Dr. West, because someone made a comment earlier and said, Tim, Dr. West has not reached out to black media. That ain't how it works. Black media is supposed to reach out to Dr. West. That's how I got Dr. West on my show 5 years ago. I reached out to him. That's how it works. He doesn't reach, no talent reaches out. Okay. How did I get Andrew Yang on my show when he was running for president? I reached out to him. How did I get Cori Bush? I reached out to him. How did I get Marianne Williamson? I reached out to her. It's not the other way around. So this idea that Dr. West, you look at it, that's not how this works at all. I'm in this business. I've been doing this for 12 years. You reach out to people that you want on your show. Now, if you're an author of a book, or if you're a person that's not a famous person or what have you, you may contact people and say, can I come on your show? But if you are running for office, or if you're a person that's a celebrity or a known person, a known entity, people ask you to come on. Typically. I'm not a celebrity, but people have asked me to come on their shows. And I've also asked people to bring me on the show. But what I'm saying, for a person like this type of situation, you don't say, why is it Dr. West on XYZ channel? Now, you say, has that channel reached out? And I asked Dr. West, he said, if they ask me to come on, I will come on. But you gotta invite him on. So until then, that's fine, because this is his home anyway. So I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna continue to bring him on. And we gotta admit, man, maybe some people don't want to bring Dr. West on. Let's just keep it real, guys. Maybe some people don't want to have that conversation. Let's face it. There's a lot of money to be made. If you've already started a narrative that you don't want people to vote, why would you want to complicate it by bringing on Dr. West? We have an all-black ticket with 2 doctors. Not taking any dark money, not taking any super PAC money, right? On the ticket. Independent, not a Democrat. If you've been talking about how you don't want to support any candidates and the Democrats are horrible and all that stuff, wouldn't it be kind of a conflict for you now to bring on somebody? So I don't know. I disagree with people that say we can't vote no matter who it is. I can understand if you say you don't want to vote for a Democrat. I can understand if you don't want to vote for a Republican. But I can't understand if you don't want to check out a Green Party person or an Independent Party person, because they're not in those systems. And if you want your kids to have the opportunity to have somebody different, to have more than 1 or 2 options, we got to build a third party. We have to. The country should not continue with just 2 parties, 2 major parties. We got to keep trying to build more. In 2016, I supported Dr. Jill Stein. I put my time and my energy where my mouth is. That's all I'm saying. Dr. Cornel West is speaking to the issues. Go check that video out. Go check out that interview. And also at the very end of the interview, Dr. Cornel West shouted out the show. So I thought that was amazing. That was shout out the Tim Black show. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the hell out of that because he didn't have to do that. And I know a lot of people that sold a lot of channels and they haven't done that. So I appreciate Dr. West for doing that. All right. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Michael Dodson said he's tapping into the masses who don't vote. That's the whole idea. I want Dr. West to go to West Virginia. I want him to go to Kentucky. I want him to go to Alabama. I want him to go back to Mississippi because he launched his campaign in Mississippi, right? I want him to go to Detroit, Michigan. Take those votes that Biden left out there. Take them. Take those votes from Biden. Take those votes from Trump. Take those votes from RFK Jr. too. Take votes from all of them. All of them. They don't deserve our vote. Take their votes. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm excited about it, fam. I'm excited about it. That man said, don't be up here lying. If you're going to sell out, go ahead and sell out. Take the money. That's what you want to do. Go ahead and take the money. Go ahead and lie to the people and tell them Joe Biden's great. Go ahead and lie to them. I mean, what else y'all want the guy to say? What's he supposed? Well, he didn't. They're gonna always find a reason. Well, he didn't dot his I and cross his T, and he didn't say this thing, the thing. He didn't do this. He wore a black shirt with a white shirt with a black tie. He should have worn a white tie with the black tie with the shirt, and he didn't. And then he didn't. They're gonna find something. And at some point, we just gotta say the truth, fam. What's with all the excuses? What's with all the excuses? Is that a Democrat? Is that a Republican? What's with all the excuses, Johnson? You want to question him about migrants? Had a conversation. Something Dr. West said to me. He said in this show, he said, you got to be careful because what this system will do, it'll have you scapegoating the most vulnerable and giving a pass to the powerful. He said, now I'm paraphrasing, he said, this system is so diabolical. It's so tricky. It'll have you scapegoating the most vulnerable while ignoring and giving a pass to the most powerful. So I want you to think about that and sit with that a minute and think about what he's saying. I think it's all connected. That's all I'm saying. It's all connected, fam. All connected. Crazy. I'm trying. So I'm always. Malcolm says democracy won't work. Well, we don't have a democracy, Rex. We have a republic. Yo, real talk though. We really don't have a full democracy. But I feel what you're saying. What you want to do? You want to leave or we going to work on this? What y'all want to do? Y'all want to leave the country or you going to work on it? I'm still here, so I'm going to work on it. My kids live here, so I'm going to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Let's go on. I got a couple more stories to get to. I want to thank everybody for their time tonight. I want to thank you for joining this. I'd like to ask you to become a member of the show. You can do that right here on YouTube, or you can join us on Patreon. How about that? Go to jointimberlake.com, $5 a month. A month. That's all it takes to keep this show going. I appreciate you. Hit the like, hit the share. Let people know that you're here. Hit the like button. Let the algorithm know that you like the show. Because the next segment, I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna hit them pretty good. We got to keep it real, right? All right. Some people been saying, Tim Black, why you so hard on Don Lemon? Some people have been saying to Black, why you so hard on D.L. Hughley? I want you to know it's not hate. Folks, it's not hate. I do not hate D.L. Hughley. I don't hate Don Lemon. I dislike their politics. I dislike what they stand for politically. See, I think that if you are a Black man in America who has some influence, you have an obligation not to kiss the ass of the Democratic Party and fall in line. I've been working really hard to build up the little bit of influence that I have. It's not as much influence as Don Lemon, and it damn sure ain't as much influence as D.L. Hughley. But I'm not a sellout. I'm not a sellout, though, folks. The little bit of influence that I have, I won't sell it out. It's not for sale. Nope. I never took a damn penny from anybody with any hopes of doing any type of work if I didn't already support them. Not a damn penny have I ever taken for any type of political work if I didn't already support you. There's only one person who's ever paid me anything for political work. And that's somebody I already supported. And it's not Dr. Cornel West. But some people, they can't say that. I know for a fact that these people have been making money. Don Lemon's been making money on politics. And D.L. Hughley's been making money, like writing a biography about Obama. And his radio stations and his shows, all types of kickbacks from the Democratic Party, all types of sponsorships, commercial advertising. They got skin in the game. They got a reason to do what they do. And I understand that. That don't mean I respect it. So I'm not saying I dislike them personally. I got nothing against them personally. I don't know them personally. People say you're a hater. We got to get some things right, Johnson. How can I hate somebody I don't know? That's crazy. I don't like their politics. I think if you're a Black man in America and you have power and influence, you're supposed to use that to help your people, not just yourself. If you're going to jump in front of my camera screens or my video screens or my mobile device talking all this crap, you better be standing up for Black people. If not, you're going to get some criticism. I got a right to criticize that. Case in point, Don Lemon recently had on a bunch of white progressives. And those white progressives were being very progressive. Yeah, they were being very progressive, which means anti-Black. Because that's what progress is made. Progress is not going to be made by helping Black people. That's how they feel. Folks, I'm just trying to keep it real. A lot of progressives in media. Not everybody walking around who calls themselves a progressive. A lot of the progressive independent media, they feel they have given off their vibe that they believe this. I got receipts. Here goes David Pakman.
Sending or whatever. And on Gaza, if one is concerned about the prioritization of the Palestinian people, RFK would be worse based on everything I've heard him say about the conflict, and Trump would be even worse. So even on that, the best option's Biden.
And Cenk, David is right. When I said that he may be taking advantage of a system that's already in place, he articulated that much better than I did. What people think when you say Joe Biden is corrupt, that he's personally corrupt, right? Not that he's part of a system that you're pointing out the flaws in that system. But listen, I spoke with D.L. Hughley. He said something very similar to what David said, and we'll play the soundbite for you.
I had a dinner with him and told him and the vice president the same thing. And I said, but the problem is I don't live in Gaza. I live in the United States of America. And I'm not going to, as a protest vote, make my children's life harder. I'm not going to give my vote to somebody in a protest, from a protest perspective, that would empower people that only want to make my children's life. I can't think of one group of people who wants to give you guns and abortion to rid you of any diversity, equity, inclusion. It's just a lot of things. Like at one point in America, it was illegal for slaves to learn. Now, in many places, it's illegal to learn about slaves.
Okay. The problem I have with D.L. Hughley and the problem I have with Don Lemon is that they're fine with maintaining status quo. They're fine with things staying the way they are. They're only concerned with keeping things the way they are. They're not concerned with moving the ball forward. They're not concerned with progress. For people that call themselves progressive, they don't care about moving the ball forward. They don't care about progressing. D.L. just said it. He don't care. He said, yeah, what's going on, and for instance, what's going on in Palestinians? With Palestinians, that's bad at all, but my people don't live in Palestine. They live in America. Folks, I'm not saying that D.L. Hughley has the power to end the money that we send to Israel. I'm saying if you're not willing to stand up for that, you're not willing to stand up for anything. It's called a genocide. I want people to, I don't think people will understand my point. What's happening right now would not be happening if we weren't aiding it. That's what I want you to understand. What's happening there would not be happening if we weren't aiding it. But that's not the only problem I had with DL. That just happened. If you are okay with Biden, and all you can say is, well, Biden is the best we can do. If you are an influencer, it's your job to push. It's your job to make it better for your kids. I'm not just trying to keep my kids where we are. I'm trying to make it better for my kids and my grandkids. That's my job. My job's not just to keep my money, it's to help you get some money. If D.L. Hughley's already good, Don Lemon's already rich, they're both rich men. Why can't they dedicate at this point, why can't they focus on making it better for the next people? All they want to do is keep what they have. And folks, that's cowardice. And we can all do that. I can do that. We can all do that. We can all say, you know what? I just want to grow my YouTube channel. Maybe just go make a bunch of anti-Trump content, and that's what'll happen. You guys would leave, but guess who would show up? All the people that hate Trump. Or I could, even easier, I could make a bunch of content throwing black people under the bus. I mean, if all we try to do is get paid, if that's all that matters, if all that matters is my family doing well, because that's what DL's saying. Hey, I care about my family. And yeah, I told him. He had dinner with Biden, and all he said was, I get it. My kids don't live there anyway. You really think that person going to bat for you? Really?
Jewish voters is outrageous and ridiculous. So that to me, it's not an either or. I think they're both doing it. I mean, Trump did it with Jewish voters, and then Biden did it with black voters. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Are you kidding me? What kind of a obnoxious, entitled message is that?
You'll have to ask him. Okay, I want to move on now. I want to talk about this. This is.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. Let me set this up. This clip it showed exactly who Don Lemon is. It showed exactly who David Pakman is. David Pakman, this other guy, Brandon somebody, he's really popular with the liberals. And Jake Uger. They make Jake Uger sound like Tim Black, but he's not. Because Jack Hugo is really soft on a lot of shit that I would go hard on. But okay. Listen to the silence, the awkward silence when Jack Hugo brings up something about Biden. So they want to focus on Trump. Jack Hugo brings up something about Biden, and all of our allies, all of the people that say, "Nah, we're progressive." Because earlier I said progressive means anti-black, and people say, "No, Tim, that's not true. Why you want to group us like that?" Not you, but what I'm saying is the progressive media. Progressive media is anti-black. They put progressing. They think progressing has moved. We're beyond black issues. We're beyond. Unless a black person gets shot by a cop, they don't want to talk about it. That's the only thing they want for us. They don't want us to economically get better off. They don't want us to be able to grow our businesses. They're not concerned about us getting reparations and being equal as far as having the same amount of shit. All they care about is if there's a Breonna Taylor. Then they go, "Oh, that's sad." And then they go on with life. That's about it. This clip proves my point.
This is a big issue.
Binary guy. I think Trump saying that to Jewish voters is outrageous and ridiculous. So that to me, it's not an either or. I think they're both doing it. I mean, Trump did it with Jewish voters, and then Biden did it with black voters. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Are you kidding me? What kind of a obnoxious, entitled message is that?
You'll have to ask him. Okay, I want to move on now. I want to talk about this. This is for
Yeah. He wants to move on now. He don't even want to talk about that. Did you see that? Wasn't that funny? Wasn't that amazing? Silence. Look, they didn't even give us that obligatory, "Yeah, that was wrong. You should have said that." They don't even want to give you that. These are liberals. No, these are progressives. See, it's not, they're all pragmatics. They're pragmatic. And pragmatics, they think reasonably. You know what I give you? Come on, let's be reasonable. Come on. You got Trump and you got Biden. Obviously, you got to go with Biden. So why would we even entertain negative conversation about something Biden did? Why would we even entertain it? Why even have that conversation? And Don Lemon, who loves to get up on his soapbox when he's talking to Elon Musk, okay? When he talks to Elon Musk, he want to get up on his soapbox and bring up DEI and CRT and replacement theory. But when he's around people that he rocks with, earlier in this segment, Don Lemon was saying how much he likes David Pakman and Brian Tyler Cohen. How he's big fans of their work. Because see now, Don Lemon wants to do what David Pakman and Brian Tyler Cohen have done, which is make millions of dollars being milquetoast, moderate Democrats. Someone on my Twitter said it best. They said, Tim Black, and I'm paraphrasing, they said something like, Tim Black is crazy because Don Lemon just got a lot of money from CNN. He doesn't even have to do this anymore. That's right. He's choosing to do it. Don Lemon's now a free agent. He can do whatever he wants to do. He's no longer handcuffed. Don Lemon is no longer handcuffed by CNN. He's choosing to do this. He chose as a free black man. See, that's the point I try to bring. He chose. He chooses. This is who he is. One of the most frustrating parts of what I do is having people that I think that I care about, because I know what black people have been manipulated. I know that working class white people have been manipulated. I know that Asian folks, or working class Asian folks, is what a good life. They don't want drama. All of us are being manipulated by the same shitty system. I know this. That's what I believe. I know everybody doesn't think that. They think people know what's going on. I think most people, they really don't know what's going on. They don't have time. I do this for a living. They don't have time to keep track of this shit. This is what I do. When you're at your job doing your job, this is all I do. So I'm going to be aware of a lot of stuff that the average American just doesn't have time to be aware of. The system is designed to lie to us all. But Don Lemon chooses this. Brian Tyler Cohen chooses this. David Pakman chooses. Cenk Uygur choose to do what they do. And they make millions of dollars doing it. Multiple millions of dollars doing it. Does David Pakman make $50 million like Don Lemon? No, but I'm sure it's about 10. Folks, there are people that support Don Lemon. They say stuff like, oh, come on, Tim. He had to do that at CNN. Why is he doing it now? He went up there, he told Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was a white supremacist, and then he gets up here and he's still caping from Joe Biden. He don't have to defend Joe Biden on his own show, on his own YouTube channel. He does it because that's who he is. One more time for the people in the cheat seats who want to say Tim Black's just mean.
This is a big issue.
Binary guy. I think Trump saying that to Jewish voters is outrageous.
Hold on a second, guys. Don Lemon, as black as anyone here, that's one stone I won't throw, but he's real bad at this job. Hold on a second, guys. I got to address this guy. Let's address you. I really wish I knew your real name. It doesn't matter what color someone is. Okay, it doesn't matter if Don Lemon's skin is brown. What's his heart? See, there's a saying, I see your avatar. It looks like you have a white avatar. I don't know if you're trolling or not. But you need to understand something. This is for you and everyone else. It doesn't matter that he's brown skin. All skin folk ain't kin folk. If your politics keeps black people on the bottom in this system, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. And if your politics lifts up people, it doesn't matter what your skin is. You understand how that works? I want people to get this. This is important. This is the Tim Black Show, okay? This is what makes this show different. If you are trying to throw black people under the bus in order to get your bag, it don't matter if you're brown or not. If you are trying to lift black people up, it don't matter what color your skin is. You understand? So you saying he's as black as anyone here. First of all, there are people of all colors here, because that's the type of show Tim Black does. I don't have a show for white people and a show for black people and a show for Asian people and a show for Native Americans and a show for Latinos. I have one show. It's always been that way. I've always been that way. That's why some people were like my show or don't like my show, because anybody can watch my show. I have one talking point, or I have one way of talking, and that's the way I talk to everybody. I talk black in front of white people. That's what I do. I don't just talk black in front of black people and then afraid to talk to white people. I talk black in front of everybody. I talk this way in front of everybody. The problem with Don Lemon, the problem with Simone Sanders, the problem with Joy Reid, right? The problem with Ocasio-Cortez, the problem with David Pakman, the problem with Brian Tyler Cohen. It's all the same problem. They're all sellouts. You think only black people can sell out black people? You think only black people can sell out black people? I think anybody could be a sellout. And I think anybody could throw black people under the bus, which is what a lot of people do. So it's not about Don Lemon being black. It's about him stabbing us in the back. Get it right, son. Hey, I'm sure you don't hear this type of talk often because you probably watch someone other than me. Because there's a lot of people that do what I do, but they don't do it like I do it. This ain't the LFR family. Nah, this ain't the LFR family. This ain't the conservative perspective channel. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't some other people. I'm not gonna name nobody that y'all like. Because everybody like who they like. Everybody got a right to be right. Everybody got a right to be wrong. Fine. But that's the difference between this show. I want you to understand that. So I'm going to play this Don Lemon clip one more time. And another thing. This is about their politics. This is about their politics. If Don Lemon would have kicked Biden in the ass when Jake Uger brought this up, I would not be calling him out about it. This is the calling out show. If I agree with you, I agree with you. I don't care if it's Trump or if it's Don Lemon. If I agree with you, I agree with you. I can say that without being an ass kisser. I can say that without voting for you too. Okay? So let's play this clip one more time. Now that we understand each other, now that other people get the benefit of that, they understand where I'm coming from. Let's look at the Don Lemon clip one more time and find out what's wrong with it.
Ridiculous. So that to me, it's not an either or. I think they're both doing it. I mean, Trump did it with Jewish voters, and then Biden did it with black voters. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Are you kidding me? What kind of a obnoxious, entitled message is that?
I have to ask him. Okay, I want to move on now. I want to talk about this.
Yeah. Tyler had to blow his nose in his hand. David Packman looked like he was frozen, like he just got hit with a gamma ray. And Don Lemon said, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, but he was fine to talk about Jewish people and how Trump had insulted Jewish people. And all Jack was saying, yeah, Trump insulted those Jewish people, and that was wrong. Biden be insulting black people, like with this statement, and that was wrong. And it was like this. Thanks, Don, for getting us all to this. Those are the same people that will complain when 30% of black men vote for Donald Trump, though. So the reason why this is a problem is because, for one, Don Lemon likes to go on CNN and other platforms and pretend to care and pretend he's not super biased towards the establishment and pretend he was just, he lost his job because he was fighting for black people. He got his own channel and won't fight for black people. You know how many people were saying he lost his job because he stood up to Vivek Ramaswamy? They were already gonna get rid of his ass, and he only did that to showboat because he knew he was on his way out the door, and he knew you would fall for that. That you would think he's standing up for us. What's this? That's a layup. That was the worst comment that Biden has made one of the worst comments he's made in the last 5 years. He already apologized for it, and you still won't be critical. I don't want to talk about that. The word went out, folks. Here's the thing. The word went out to all the corporate hacks. And if you think there are people in independent media, if you think independent media doesn't have hacks, you're tripping. If you think people in independent media aren't getting checks, you're tripping. If you think some people that you might even watch are not getting money from either Republicans or Democratic think tanks, you are tripping. There's money floating out here for both sides, son. Why you think everybody's saying the shit they're saying? We got a black professor running and a black professor as a vice president running. And they won't even mention them. You think that's natural. You really think that's something that makes sense. Johnson. The word went out. The Democrats put the word out. If you want to be a CNN contributor or MSNBC contributor, don't criticize Biden right now. Why you think David Packman was like this? Why do you think David Packman looked like a roach when you cut the lights on? He's like this. What about the black people that Joe Biden defended? I thought it was like a TikTok challenge. You know that TikTok challenge? Whoever moves first has to take out the laundry. Whoever moves first, gotta wash the dishes. Whoever moves first has to support black people. Hilarious, Johnson. Hilarious. Whoever moves first got to give back $1 million that they got paid to lie to their people every day on this show. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Stop. Look, guys. Independent people. You know, people that work for CNN got jobs. They got things they got to do. People at MSNBC got things they got to do. Please accept that there are things you have to do to get checks from other people too. All right. I'm sorry. I throw it out there because some people don't get it. They really think that everything that someone says is that they don't think there's any money tied behind it. Okay. Speaking of money being tied behind it, the DNC TikTok challenge. You got to pretend that the genocide's not going on in Israel. Or, whoever moves first loses their Israel AIPAC money. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. No, you can't move. You lose your AIPAC money. I really gotta go. I really gotta go. That was crass. Sorry. I know that was crass, y'all. Just saying. John Fetterman like this. AIPAC money, please. Please give me some AIPAC money, man. Give me some AIPAC money. Please. I support your genocide. Like Pookie from New Jack City. I support your genocide. Please. All right. See, I can stay there all day, y'all. See what y'all doing? Y'all making me feel like old times. It's like old times, Johnson. Once again, the Tim Black Show is back. We are back. We do this. The Tim Black Show is back. We do this Wednesdays and Fridays. Tell a friend. Now, let's move on. I got one story. I got to cover this because I did Good Times. We did Don Lemon. We did Cornel West. Oh, we got to do the Trump update. Can we do a Trump update? Guys, I noticed when I did my Trump updates, that a lot of my usual subscribers did not watch it. Y'all don't care about the Trump trial? Do you care about the Trump trial? You care about the Trump trial? Real talk, guys. If you care about the Trump trial, give me a 1. If you don't care, give me a 0. Anybody care about the Trump trial? Anybody? 1, you care. 0 means no. 1 means yes. 0, no. Because I've noticed it's like, I get a message from YouTube. It's like, look, Tim Black, they don't care about this Trump shit. I'm like, nobody care about this? I thought people cared about this. Now, I know it's early because it's just jury selection time, right? So I get that, right? Katrina said, hell no. Damn. Katrina said, hell nah. LZ says, not that much. Gerard, look, Gerard said he did. Yo, my man Damon said -0. God damn. Oh, man. -0 fan. Damn. Oh, Jacqueline said 0, yo. My man said -0. Damn. Oh. All right, well, I guess, look, let me get 60 seconds. That's it. I should start my counter. The court was not in session today, so nothing happened. Yo, the court was not in session today, so nothing happened anyway. They got 7 jurors seated, 11 more jurors, 6 of them alternates remain to be chosen. Okay. As you know, the trial began on Monday, and it won't take place on Wednesdays for the duration of the proceedings. So Wednesdays are always off. So you won't have to worry about getting any updates on a Wednesday. But if something major happens, I might have to cover it because this is a news show. But I won't make it too much of a habit. Damn. Here goes. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question though. Here goes the question. Do you think it's possible that jurors can be impartial? Do you think they're going to be able to find jurors that are legitimately unbiased? Meaning, are they going to be able to find people that really and truly have no opinion of Donald Trump? I don't think it's possible. I don't know how you get a fair trial. Excuse me. I don't know how you get a fair trial. Are there really people in America who can honestly say they don't feel any kind of way about Trump? We know half of America voted for him, half of America didn't, and half of America didn't vote. So they got to find people that didn't vote, but even people that did not vote probably have an opinion. Maybe that's why they didn't vote for him. Get what I'm saying? So I just think it's going to be hard as hell to find people that are telling the truth when they say that they are unbiased. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know if they can do that. There it is. We had so many years of forced Trump drama. That's what I'm saying. How the hell can they have an impartial jury? I don't know if it can happen. And that's part of having a fair trial, is having an impartial jury. Okay? All right. Last story, guys. And this is interesting, guys. Did you know this? Where my people at? Where is it? Where is it? Let me find this. I think I got a picture of this. Do I have? There we go. Let's go. Let's see this. King Charles got canceled. King Charles got canceled, fam. Let's see. Can we get this bigger? Why is it so? I don't know how to do it. All right, King Charles was canceled. So the Charles Barkley show is no longer on TV. Okay. Let me get rid of Charles. There we go. He's gone. King Charles and Gail, they're gone. How many people knew? Okay, here we go. Here goes a good thing, because I didn't know this. How many people knew that the name of the show was King Charles? It was on CNN. Did you know there was a King Charles show on CNN? Give me a 1 if you knew, and a 0 if you had no idea. Of the people that know, did you know that King Charles was there making a play on the names? Because it's Gail King and Charles Barkley. King Charles. They were trying to be clever. King Charles. How many people thought it was a whack-ass name of a show? And how many of you thought the title was about Charles Barkley, not about Gail King and Charles Barkley? That's how I saw it. So anyway, CNN ends the show. And it only lasted, 6 months? The pair gave their final sign-off last week. It was a weekly talk show CNN rolled out last year that was described as a limited series. They did not tell us it was limited. It's limited now because it's gone. Don't tell us it was a limited series. They tried to save face. That show got canceled because people didn't want to watch it. The show featured King and Barkley offering commentary and interviews on a wide variety of topics in television and music and politics. Oh, come on, Ernie. That's terrible. I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like Joe Biden. Joe Biden's an idiot, Ernie. Come on, Gail. Oh, come on, Gail. Sometimes I can do them, sometimes I can't. Come on, Gail. The primetime program, which was launched just months after the CNN CEO Chris Light was stepped down or fired. My thing is this, man. I watched the show a couple times. I was not impressed. with that show. But I just thought it was funny that they had Charles doing political analyzing. Charles Barkley was a political analyst on this show. And I thought it was a bad mix. I mean, you got Gail King, Oprah's friend, and I don't find her that interesting. I mean, Gail seems boring. Charles seems rude, but and I can see Charles being funny at times, but Gail not so much. So it was a straight woman the straight person was Gail. Then we got like the comedy relief in Charles. But there was really no insight. In every topic, Gail's gonna be moderate, and Charles gonna be silly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are y'all really gonna cover? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they're both very rich, and they don't need this show to work out. They both got full-time jobs already. Gail still has CBS, and Charles still has TNT. So who cares? That's part of it, man. When you get rich people to do something, and it's not important to them, like how important could this show have been to them? I mean, you got full-time jobs already. You already rich. You're going to bring them together to do a show on your network that they've never done before. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. That the show got canceled so quickly. But I guess CNN is realizing they got to cut their losses. So that's it. Yo. You can talk about golf. I can't talk about golf. No to Joe. No to Trump. Got to stop voting for corruption. I'm trying to tell you, LZ. That's what I'm saying. Let's stop voting for corruption. We got options. People say they want options. I don't know if they really want options, though. Like, dog, I didn't know Dr. West was going to run for office. You got an option. What you doing? You don't have to eat the bowl of caca. You don't have to. Malcolm X says they're both not interesting. Exactly, Johnson. Man, what I would do to have a show, but see, they would get rid of me, but we'd have fun while it lasted. I bring on Cat Williams. All right. Yo, y'all want to hear something funny? This is just funny, y'all. I did a video about Shannon Sharpe, right? I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, right? I got into an argument with Shannon Sharpe on Twitter one time, right? Because Shannon Sharpe was pissed off because people were criticizing Kamala Harris. So he said something like, why we always tearing ourselves down? Why we tear brothers down? Come on, Skip. You know, why you always tearing brothers down? Black people always tearing each other down. I'm like, he was like, why you brothers always tearing each other down? Black people always tearing each other down, Skip. I don't understand it. Why you gonna do that? So I was on Twitter and I was like, no, Kamala Harris had a chance to lock up Steve Mnuchin. She didn't take it. But she locked up single moms because their kids cut school and fined them. And she had prisoners fighting their forest fires because she didn't want to hire more firemen. So she wanted to save California some money. And she kept people in jail in overcrowded prisons. And what was the other one? The other good one? She locked people up for weed, which she said she used to smoke weed. And like I had a whole list of things that Kamala did that gave people reasons to criticize her. People were not criticizing. Like I wasn't criticizing Kamala because she was Indian, Asian, black person. I was criticizing Kamala because of the shit she did in office. I criticized her because she was horrible. And I criticized her because she's a public figure. And that's what happens. But Shannon Sharpe was like, why y'all always criticizing? Don't be criticizing. So anyway, now this was public. This is when he was at ESPN. I think he remembered me because I recently did a video about a couple months ago, and I said Shannon Sharpe should not be caring. Why is Shannon Sharpe worried about stuff people say about him? He had a hit video. He's got a hit YouTube channel. He's got a new show that he's a part of on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith. He's got 2 YouTube shows that are doing amazing. He just had the video segment of the year, and it's January. Why would you care if comedians like Mike Epps make a joke about you? Why would you get upset about that and want to fight Mike Epps? That's stupid. You are rich and successful, a Hall of Famer. Why do you care if Mike Epps makes a joke about your suit or whatever? Why would you care? So, dog, this is funny, guys. Check this out. So that same night when I put my video out, do you know that I believe it was Shannon Sharpe. I believe Shannon Sharpe was in my comment section. He was mad as shit. He was like, man, how you like when people talk about you? I can talk about you. You need to lose weight. And you need to go to the doctor. And you need this and you need that. You don't like when somebody talk about you. Why you like when they talk about me? Why you upset? Why you talk about me? Why you? I was like, Shannon Sharpe, is that you? Shannon Sharpe, I know that ain't you. You got skin like paper. I'm gonna start calling you Shannon Porcelain Sharpe. Skin type Shannon Sharpe. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a radical. I'm a revolutionary. Excuse me. I'm a radical revolutionary, right? But if I was rich as Shannon Sharpe, I would not give a shit. If I was, the hell? If I had a set that did not have spiders under my coffee cup, if I had a set in a real building, not my basement, my unfinished basement, that did not have spiders in it, I wouldn't care what you said about me. I'm serious, guys. I would not care. I'd be like, so what? Talk all the shit you want to. I'd be like, yo, I'd wear my hat crooked. I would not care, man. Hell, I don't care now. But I know I wouldn't care if you had something to say about me if I was a multimillionaire making, worth $50 million, $20 million, whatever Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp gotta be worth about $5-10 million. Come on. Come on, Johnson. He got that cognac too. Real talk though. I think Shannon Sharp was in my comment section. Because he was trying to cut me up, man. He was cutting me up. He was mad as hell. And I didn't even get mad. I'm like, yeah, I need to lose weight. I know. What? Oh, I'm supposed to be upset because you called me fat? Shannon, I'm not like you, man. I'm not going to get upset at that. So what? I know that already. You got to come up with something new. You can't be like, oh, you got a lazy eye and you fat. I'm like, people have been telling me that for a long time, Shannon. Unlike you, I'm used to it. See, I think it's a lot of celebrities that are coming to the YouTube space, coming to the podcast space, who are not used to dealing with the public. They're not used to people cutting on their ass. They're not used to getting criticism. They're used to people kissing their ass. They're used to going to their Diddy parties and their Epstein parties and their Weinstein parties, and nobody's saying shit because everybody want to pick up a check from them or everybody want to hang around them. But see, in this business, people make content about you. People are going to bring your name up. That's this business. So you want to just show up and do your podcast and pick up a big check and get big sponsors. You got to learn the culture, Johnson. And the culture of the internet is anybody can get it. And you are anybody. Well, all right, people, my name is Tim Black. You know where to go. Join TimBlack.com. Become a member of the Tim Black Show. We are back Wednesdays and Fridays. I'll probably add a Monday. I'll let you know on Friday, or we're going to add a Monday. Because I gotta keep putting the content out. I gotta keep making content, so people can find the show, come rock with us. Also, guys, if you got some guests that you think I should bring on the show, make your suggestions. I'm looking for people to come on the show too. So if you got some people that you want to see on the show, let me know who they are, and I'll reach out to them. Because I want to make the show interesting, more interesting, entertaining, informative, real. I got nothing but love for you. Wow. Thank you. Always, guys. Like the industrial look of the basement. I appreciate that, Raw. Raw said I don't need to have my Raw said I don't need to have my basement finished. I need to get rid of these spiders though. Come on, trying to pick a woman because her child did not attend school and the child was critically ill. Damn. I didn't know that. That's horrible, Johnson. Cornel West 24, let's go. Race pace. I love y'all. Don Lemon. Yeah, Don Lemon. I covered it. I covered it already. Rewind the stream, fam. You'll find it. Yeah. D said Shannon should have sent a spider at me, yo. That's cold-hearted, man. Like, Shannon, come on, man. Yo. Stay vigilant. Thank you, D. You stay vigilant, brother. You too, brother. Patriot Storm. Who's that? Wolfpack in the house. You know it, y'all. Nina Joe Moody. That's what's up. Oh, yeah, you got the pictures up. That's what's up. All right, guys, I'm gone. Remember, like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. When they say, yo, what's up with this brother, Tim Black? What's he doing over there? Why is he rocking this show so hard? Tell him, damn it, it's a new day. We don't do that corny Democrat stuff over here. It's a new day. Wolfpack, y'all. Do I even have anything else? What do I have?
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.